Once upon a time, in a quaint village tucked away in a hidden corner of the countryside, there lived a little girl named Margaret. Margaret was an extraordinary child with an unparalleled imagination and a heart that brimmed with kindness. However, beneath her cheerful exterior, she often battled with a melancholy and a sense of loneliness that weighed heavily upon her young spirit. Margaret wandered through life, her footsteps echoing softly against the cobblestone streets. She longed for someone who could truly understand the depth of her emotions and the unique challenges she faced. She yearned for a companion who could walk by her side through the trials and tribulations of her inner world. One dreary morning, as Margaret sat alone beneath the willow tree that stood as a silent guardian in the village square, a mesmerizing melody wafted through the air. It was a tune so enchanting that it called to her soul, coaxing her to listen. Following the bewitching harmony, Margaret embarked on a quest to seek out the source of this extraordinary melody. She followed the winding path that led her deep into the heart of the nearby forest, where the trees stood tall and wise, whispering ancient secrets in hushed tones. It was there, amidst the dappled sunlight and the sweet perfume of woodland flowers, that Margaret stumbled upon a fearsome creature unlike any she had encountered before, a wicked and mischievous wolf. This wolf, with sharp fangs and piercing eyes that belied his cunning nature, bore a countenance that seemed to hold both danger and a flicker of magic. The wolf introduced himself as Magnus, the master of arcane melodies. He revealed that his music possessed an irresistible power to assuage any sadness or loneliness that burdened the hearts of those who listened. Drawn to the promise of comfort and solace, Margaret allowed herself to be captivated by the wolf's melodic sorcery. As Magnus plucked the strings of his enchanted lyre, his melody wrapped around Margaret like a cozy blanket, soothing her troubled heart. She felt a warmth spreading through her veins, replacing her sorrow with a fleeting moment of bliss. In her newfound euphoria, Margaret became entranced by the wolf's captivating music. She believed she had finally discovered the remedy for her sadness and loneliness. Blinded by this temporary relief, she accepted Magnus's offer to journey with him in search of more enchanting songs. Together they ventured far and wide, exploring mystical lands and encountering magical creatures. Margaret became immersed in the beauty of Magnus's melodies, forgetting the world outside the realm of his music. But as their journey continued, a lingering unease began to gnaw at the depths of her soul. Hidden within the hauntingly beautiful melodies, Margaret began to sense an insidious presence, a darkness that whispered unsettling secrets through the notes. Deep down, she knew that something was amiss, and her heart grew heavy with trepidation. As they journeyed further into the heart of this mysterious quest, Margaret noticed a gradual change in Magnus. His eyes sparkled with a sinister gleam, a smirk playing at the corners of his lips. The magical music, once comforting, now seemed to claw at her essence, draining her of hope. It was then, amidst a moonlit clearing bathed in an ethereal glow, that Margaret awoke from the spell that had ensnared her. She realized that Magnus, the wolf she had trusted, had been using his melodies to steal the sweet souls of those he encountered. He was attempting to claim her innocence and joy as his own. Fear coursed through Margaret's veins, but she refused to succumb to the power Magnus held over her. Channeling her inner strength and the warmth of her untouched spirit, she made a daring escape from his clutches, fleeing deep into the cover of the moonlit forest. Alone and lost, Margaret found herself facing the shadows of uncertainty. But deep within her heart, she knew that the answer to her longing had never resided in the deceptive promises of a melody. It lay in the unbreakable bond she shared with her own strength and resilience. With each determined step she took, Margaret rediscovered her own authentic voice, the voice that could resonate with the hearts of others and touch their lives with compassion and understanding. She reached out to the friends she had unknowingly neglected and embraced the warmth of their unconditional love. Returning to her village, Margaret found solace in the embrace of her family, who had never stopped caring. Through open hearts and gentle words, they reminded her that she was never alone in her struggles. They had always been there, ready to lend a listening ear and offer support. Together, they crafted a tapestry of laughter, love, and shared adventures that helped Margaret heal the wounds inflicted by the treacherous wolf. Witnessing the strength of her spirit and the wisdom she had gained along her journey, her family stood by her side, their unwavering faith bolstering her sense of self. From that day forward, Margaret embarked on a new chapter of her young life, a life filled with compassion, empathy, and the resolve to help others who may be entangled in the darkness of their own emotional mazes. She understood that genuine connections and open hearts had the power to light the way through the darkest of times. As Margaret grew older, she became an advocate for mental health and emotional well-being, spreading positivity and understanding wherever she went. She created a safe haven for those who needed a listening ear, reminding them that their feelings were valid and that they were never alone. Her tale of triumph over adversity was passed down through generations, an enduring reminder that true solace lies not in the enchanting melodies of an ill-intentioned wolf, but in the love, support, and understanding found within the hearts of those who care. And so, dear listener, remember that even in the face of your deepest sorrows, you are never alone. There are hearts that are willing to listen, arms ready to embrace, and voices waiting to share their own stories of resilience. Together, we can weave a symphony of hope, compassion, and understanding, illuminating the path through the darkest forests of our lives.